Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer as a Lifestyle. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Mine is starting out pretty good, not a problem. We've been having a crazy kind of winter, I will tell you. It reminds me more of spring. It's just rains and misty kind of rain, you know, and fog. And I think we've only had like 2 dustings of snow, so this is crazy. I know my mom used to have like an old wives' tale about that. Like if you have a hot summer, you have like, I don't know, icy winter or so. But right now, this winter is an easy winter. So I don't know what that means for summer. Is that going to mean we're going to have a rainy summer too? Or a hot summer? I don't know. I am drinking my tea that I picked up at my Amish. This is the Forever Fruit Tea Blend. It is kind of weird looking. You see that? It actually looks like just like they took grass clippings and and put it together and said, hey, this is fruit. Do you see that? Like, look at that. But yes, my son, like a year ago, bought us, like, for my daughter and myself, like this little, holder for the tea, for the loose tea. And so yeah, and I'm drinking it in my soup mug. We love soup mugs, and we use them for everything, for drinks, and not just for soup, but my daughter likes to use them for put all her meal in one, like a soup, like a bowl meal, one bowl meals or whatever they call them. But yeah, we love our soup mugs. These I picked up at Goodwill. There was a 2-piece one. I thought that was really cute. Do you guys use soup mugs? I love them. And I like the bigger ones. This one isn't as big, it doesn't look as big, but it's still pretty. Anyway, enjoy my tea. But I have a lot to share with you guys today. I got a surprise package in the mail yesterday from Esmeralda. God Rocks 2107. This is actually my prize winnings, I believe. I opened them up, but I didn't look inside. I believe it's my prize winning. And I think she was participating in a collaboration for Crafty Rose. I think that's who it was, Tina from Crafty Rose, for her collaboration. And I was her winner. And she asked me, what do you want me to make for you? And of course, what did I say? I want a washcloth. So I'm excited to say she made my washcloth. Oh, she made me several. Oh, let me see. First, a note. It said, oh, I love you. Oh, Esmeralda, I love you too. Thank you so much. I love her name. Esme. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, girl, this is beautiful. Look, she got me. Look at this pretty one, too. Colorful. And then a smaller one. She's just like me. I like them in different sizes because we have different jobs. I love it. Thank you. And, oh, here's another one. I love it. Thank you so much. And, oh, look at this one. That is awesome. You have such beautiful stitch work. Like, I do not have such beautiful stitch work, but you have. And she's like what I would call like a tight crocheter. Like, I am a loose crocheter. I'm just like, but she's a nice tight one. And in fact, I had one of my ladies in the ministry who was like that. She did not like to see any gaps in her crochet. She would be in fact, she would always use a smaller hook than what it required to make sure there were no gaps. But Esmeralda, thank you so much. Look at how many she made me. She made me 3 and then a small one. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm going to add that to my collection. If my kids don't steal it, because they love them. I can't make them fast enough. Let's see. So what else? Oh, yes. So guess what I've been working on? Something I said I wasn't going to do because I didn't have any more plastic bags. So I thought I was done making homeless mats until further notice, right? Because it takes like a lot of plastic bags to make homeless mats. But look what I made. I made 3 of these. And how did that come about if you didn't have plastic bags? Well, let me tell you. The last batch that I donated to the father and daughter team that go out twice a week and minister to the homeless. They have an RV that is painted camel, and they go out and they give them food and, you know, toiletries and blankets and socks and whatnot. And I gave them some homeless mats, and they went out, and she came back to me and told me that she only had 1 mat left. She basically gave them all out in the first night, which was not a surprise to me because for some reason they love these stinking mats. Honestly, they're not even really pretty. I don't really do like a great job on them. Like, I mean, you know, people actually plarn bags and rugs and things like that. I just slapped this together. And this is probably my most requested thing I ever make is the homeless mats. And it requires so many plastic bags that it's like you can't make tons and tons at one time unless you have tons and tons of I think they said it takes like 500 grocery bags. I'm not sure. But I think that depends on, you know, I use different sizes, so I don't know. So, you know, and then she was like, well, if you could, you know, if you have more, I'll take them. So then I'm like, well, I don't have any bags. Let me see what I can do. I went to my church and I asked them if people could, you know, if anybody had plastic bags, if they could, you know, if they have no use for them, I'll take them. And pastor announced it on Sunday. And I'm telling you, that very night, I go in for Bible study, and there's bags galore waiting for me. And they've been bringing in the bags like crazy. I actually been taking pictures that I'm going to post at one time that you will see the massive amount of bags that I have been collecting that people have been bringing in. And then one of the congregation members, they actually went to our local store here, grocery store, Hy-Vee, and they kind of, you know, she let them know what was, you know, what I was doing, and they donated 2,000 bags, brand new bags, not even the box, still in the boxes, like not even opened. And I was just taken aback by it. I just couldn't believe it, because actually that's going to be like the prep time and cutting them up is going to be awesome because they're flat and perfect and neat and unbelievable. And then I have friends from another church, and they have bags for me that I have to pick up. So you guys, I made 3. I'm probably going to be making more mats for them as the demand goes. I'm hoping to maybe get some made and keep them in my car, and then she can take them as she needs them. But yeah, big success with the mats. But then, you know, we are not having, like I said, a real bad winter. So, you know, they're not in shelters, you know. And then I was also, I have started making my blankets. Remember, this is going to be my blanket year. And where I'm going to try to make as many as I can. So I made 2 so far that I finished, because I do have some started. And I'm going to try to do a different variety but, you know, I always start with my go-to stitches that I love. So I love my Scraptastics. So here's one blanket, and this is going to go. I got 2 of them, and I'm going to put them in the bin right now until I get enough, and then I'm going to donate them somewhere. So here's my corner-to-corner Scraptastic one. This is one side. And of course, I use one solid color and the black. This is black, and then all other scraps. And this is a great way to use up your scraps. I love making scrappy blankets. I love making scrappy blankets because you can get your blankets used up. So I did get this one now, which is going to lead into my next project. So, and this is a nice size one. You'll see a full picture on the Facebook page. And then I had some bulky, which I was surprised. I don't really work with bulky. I don't really buy bulky yarn, but I ended up getting a donation, and there was quite a lot of bulky yarn. So, and again, I did the corner to corner because I wasn't, really sure. I was afraid that if I use, a bulky they would look lumpy. And so I thought, well, let me do, if I just did like a double crochet or something like that. So I said, you know what, let me do a corner to corner, and I think it came out great, you guys. And I had just like again, scraps of all kinds, and here's one side of it, because it's quite a long one. This is really for I would say an older child to go. It's going to go on their twin bed just fine. And here's the other side, because I folded it in half. So yeah, so I got 2 of them ready. They're gonna go, and as soon as I get, a few of them done, enough for a donation, or if somebody needs one, I will get these out. I think it came out okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Which kind of goes into my other, I am participating in 2 challenges for the year. There's 2 challenges out there that I'm going to be participating. Dana from Wanderlust Crochet came out with Scorched Earth 23. And if you guys are not familiar with what that is, basically last year we were going through our stashes, and we made a goal for ourselves. Everybody had their own individual goal, whatever you wanted it to be. Some people wanted to finish certain projects. Some people wanted to finish, like, hey, I want to empty out use up all those totes of yarn in my closet. And that was their goal. They had a whole year to go work through there. I decided last year that I was going to do organize my stash where basically, what do we do when we get, we pick the yarn that we want to work with. And mostly we work with the newest yarn that we get, right? Because it's visible. We just bought it. We love it. Let's make something with it. But I get a lot of donated yarn for the ministry. And even though I do yarn for ministry, a lot of the yarn tends to, that I maybe from last year, maybe sitting somewhere because you work the yarn you get right now. So I organized it last year into 2 groups. And that was first in, first out. The FIFO method. I worked in manufacturing for 25 years. That was our method that we used for all our ingredients and components. And basically that's what I did. So I have 2 bins going. I actually maybe have like 3. So I first use out the oldest yarn, and I separate them into 2 bins. I put all the ones that have labels and tags on them, and then I have and then all the scrappy or the yarn that has no labels. I have no idea what they are, but they've been donated. I use up those first. And that's what I do. So as the minute I get that done, I pull in the next ones. And that's what I've been doing last year. First in, first out in my supplies, in all my yarn and all. This year I have decided that I am going to change it up, since this method is working for me and I'm doing, I think, a good job of, getting through the yarn, not forgetting about all the yarn. I have, I have project bags hanging here, and then I have project bags down. And this is my version of a project bag, okay? Of personal projects. These are my personal projects. 99% of what I make goes to charity. But these are my personal projects. And I will tell you that these are all of my 12 cast-ons from the last 3-4 years, and that I have not finished. And my goal this year is that I do not have any personal projects left by January 1st of 2024. I am determined to finish and not have things languishing. This is a word that Angela from Yarn and Yarn uses all the time. No more languishing whips. So that is going to be my Scorched Earth 23 to get all personal projects. I have 1 year to get that done. That is something I am working on. Second thing, I have been asked by GrandmaSandy. I will have everybody's links down below. I will have Dana's Scorched Earth 23 down below, and I will also have GrandmaSandy's. I don't remember what she called this challenge, so I'm going to have to look that up, and I'll put it down in the description, you guys. But she asked me if, hey, Lottie, we're doing a challenge, a group of them, and would I be interested in joining in with them? And let me tell you, this is an easy peasy challenge that is not going to require any work on my end. Well, maybe 1% of work. So let me show you. Let me reach over, and excuse me. It is basically saving all our change for the whole year. We are not, you know, we all have change. And I know, I will tell you, at first I was a little skeptical because I pay everything online. I don't really carry cash. And I thought, well, I'm not going to have a lot of change, but I'm going to participate. I'm going to embrace this challenge and whatever I get at the end of the year. And that's going to be our savings, and we're going to, you know, get to do whatever we want to do for the end of the year. My very first full-time job that I ever had when I was like 18, I worked in a paper company where we supplied schools and printers with paper. And one of my bosses, my managers, every year had a jar where he put his quarters in. See, this is all I have in there. May not look like a lot. It's all quarters, actually, and maybe some dimes and nickels. This is where I'm starting with. And he would put all his quarters in here and all his change. And then at the end of the year, he would go on a fishing trip with his buddies. And it paid for his fishing trip. Now, I'm talking about, this is like 80s, okay, 1980s. Sometimes he would have like $250 worth of change at the end of the year that he would spend on his fishing trip. That may not seem like a lot of money now, but in 1980, that was a nice little trip. So I am going to participate with them. I'm going to go and check what the hashtag this is. I picked the really large jar, so I plan on putting a lot of change in here. If you come, I've been like, hey, when my kids come over, I say, hey, empty out your pockets, man. Put some money in here. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but we're going to add it up. And I'm not sure if we're supposed to count this every month or what exactly, how are we keeping track? Or maybe I'm just going to show you. Right now, I don't even have a line. Look how little that is. But that's something. It's a beginning. Let's see where we get in February. So if you're coming over to my house, you're going to empty out your pockets right in here. Maybe we'll save this for for yarn, for Hobby Lobby yarn. Who knows? But I am going to participate because it doesn't cost you anything. You put your change in there. Every time you clean out your purse or change your purse, throw it in there, and it just grows. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. My next one will be on my whips. I plan on doing a regularly, if not once a week, then twice a week, by sure, update on my whip, my personal projects. So I have done some work on them, and you guys are going to hold me accountable to that Scorch Earth challenge and my 12 cast on challenge where I finish these whips. So next video is definitely going to be an update on what I have done. Even if it's just 2 rows, it's going to get done. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Don't be like the people in my community, my neighbors. They don't dress appropriately because one day it's 50, the next day it's 30, but it's raining and we're all walking around coughing. You cannot go anywhere without somebody sniffling, coughing. I'm telling you, it's almost better if winter is really a winter, because then there's, I believe, less sick people. But when the weather is like this and it looks more like spring, people don't wear appropriate clothing and we all get sick. So anyway, I will see you guys soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.